So this is a really exciting time to be alive. I've been doing this vlog now for God knows how many days. Check, but I've just turned my computer off. I've got a new camera, ladies and gentlemen. This is the first vlog I'm making with my new GoPro. So previously I had a GoPro Hero 7, and now I have the GoPro Hero 10. Hello. It's very likely you can't tell the difference. And that's for a couple of reasons. Mainly because I need to be confident enough that I can export it properly. So I am currently just using the standard settings that I've used in previous videos. So 1080p, 60 frames a second, all that good stuff. I've done a test export, it works. I can do exporting at higher resolutions and higher frame rates, but I need to make some changes to my editing script. So the thing that tells you what time and day it is in the bottom corner, that needs updating for higher resolutions. That's always been the case. And some other things that I need to modify just to make sure it works. There is one thing I'm not sure about, and hopefully you can't tell what it is, but at the beginning of each clip, or no, at the end of each clip, there's a clicking noise, and that's me pressing the shutter button. So far, I haven't found a way in camera to get rid of that. Like, preferably, I would like you to cut the footage just before I press the shutter button. So like, clip out so you don't hear the click, you know? Then I'll just learn how that works, you know? But if not, there may be a clicking noise at the end of each clip. All I can do is apologize for that. I'm trying to figure out a way of fixing it. In theory, I've got a load of test footage on my camera, on my computer upstairs. I'll show you later when I start playing around with it. In theory, I can just click it, but then sometimes it's not there. It's quite annoying. So I'm going to try and see if I can automatically identify it and get rid of it when it comes to editing, you know? But there is two features of this camera which I'm like kind of excited about. One of which I think both of them actually, I don't think I'm going to use very much. They're both on now. Let me show you what it is. You'll notice we've punched in a little bit. So this, right? Obviously you can see me here. I might turn that off. I've done vlogging for so long, I don't need a camera looking at myself. It's quite annoying, to be honest with you. It probably uses the battery as well. But look at this, ready? That is absolutely insane. You know what I'm saying? I could just rotate the camera and you can't even tell. So to do that, I have to have it on this like slightly punched in closer thing. Which I don't actually like, and I actually think there's a little bit, because what it's doing is using obviously the full wide image and then kind of like rotating and doing stuff around the edges. I do think it's almost a little bit robotic in the sense, I've watched back some footage and I kind of wobble to the left and right of frame as it's like putting me, I don't know what it's doing. But I think the fact that I can just have the camera now at like a 45-degree angle and you can't even tell is like fucking nutty. It's just mind-blowing to me. Anyway, I'm going to turn it off. But anyway, I can have this same punched in without the wobbling, and then I'm not just like moving left and right in the frame as much. It's kind of bizarre. But I kind of like the wider, through sheer laziness, I have to have my arm further away from me if I have it like this. I actually quite like the wide look rather than this linear look. But anyway, so I've got a new camera, I want to play with it, I want to play with all the settings, but I didn't really utilize my old camera. So I want to try and like make updates to the way that I edit the footage so that I can actually use some of the stuff. A lot of the like cool settings probably won't make it into videos because they often don't have sound. So like stuff like the hyperlapse, which I want to play with sometimes, or like things like that. There's no sound, which when I don't put music over it, obviously looks really fucking weird in a daily vlog. But there's other footage, like if I was to go snorkeling, what I'd want is the highest possible resolution. And at the moment, I have to do the whole video in that resolution. Otherwise I lose that thing. So I need to like make changes to my flow and just test what happens if I export at certain, you know what I mean? But yeah, so even if what I actually do is just keep the super high resolution footage for me and then downgrade it for the vlog, maybe. We'll see, but then I'm just going to delete the footage, so I don't see the point. The whole point of this is, yeah, I need to, like I say, I'm going to make some changes to the vlog later, but I've been faffing around with this for way too long. It's nearly 1 o'clock. Laura has gone to get her dress fit, so she's driving up north. She's being a bridesmaid, and she is getting her like final dress fit in, and she's staying with her sister for the night. I have the weekend on my own. We are both so stressed. I'm really stressed with work. Laura's really stressed with life. So my main goal today is I'm gonna just turn this house upside down. I'm gonna clean the whole thing thoroughly, top to bottom. Just make sure like she comes back and all of the like life problems are gone, you know? And we only have to worry about other stuff. And then in the evening, I'm gonna relax and I'm gonna piss about with some video editing. Maybe do that tomorrow as well. I'll go to the gym tomorrow as soon as it's dry, because I'll cycle there. She's got the car. So today is cleaning, recovering a little bit from the gym yesterday because my arms hurt a little bit. Cleaning, messing around with cameras. That's basically the plan. Also, like, I'm really surprised. That's chat for another. I'll talk about that later. Lunchtime, just in time for Formula 1 qualifying, baby. I've done pretty well so far. I've done the kitchen, all of the hoovering. All I need to do now is the bathroom and a little bit of dusting. I need to get the washing in from outside as well. But I can easily fit that in after quali, boys. Just please for the love of God, don't rain. God damn. Mumu, what is your problem? Why do you keep fussing me? It's way too early for food. Don't give me that booty. I've been sat trying to bring myself to emptying this bag of washing. Oh yes. Oh my baby. Oh my baby. Yes, he loves a nice good. Oh yes, rearrange my insides. Oh boo boo. What are we going to do with you? Now you're going to fight me, aren't you? I turn my back for literally a second and he jumps straight in. Right onto my nice clean washing. All of my jobs are done. I am just about to cook dinner. There's two things I like about, two top favourite things about Laura not being here. Firstly, for some reason, I don't know why, Laura doesn't seem to be into some TV at the moment, right? I'm watching a load of really great shit, but Laura's just not bothered about it. Like, she doesn't want to watch it. So Euphoria, #1, that's what I'm watching tonight. Pumped. I'm excited. It's basically, when Laura's not here, it's a guaranteed Euphoria night at the moment. Or like other TV shows. I've got loads of TV shows that I want to watch that Laura doesn't want to watch. You know? So whenever she's not here, it's great. Secondly, you can eat at a normal time. For whatever reason, we've now started eating at like fucking 7:30 or 9 or whatever. And I like eating close to 6. And so I finished all of my jobs. I can just live the dream. It's ever so weird talking to a camera with such a vibrant screen on. I've even turned off my own face, so it just says details about like memory and stuff, but it's so weird. My old camera had a screen, but it wasn't lit up, you know what I mean? Like, it's just so every now and again you'll see me peer at this number to see how much memory I've got. Actually, hold the phone. How come this can do 3 hours of 1080p video, but you can only do 1? Oh, I have double the size SD card in there. I've got 64 gig in this, and then 32 in you. I have to swap that over. That still doesn't add up, but anyway. Probably have a second 64 gig floating around somewhere. God damn it. Anyway, dinner time. I have myself a little pork cutlet. It's gonna be lovely. It's defrosted. So these come in like packs of 2. Look at the chunky size of that bitch. They come in packs of 2s. Laura bought one for herself when I was in Nottingham, and I've now got the leftover one, otherwise it's never gonna be eaten. When do we get the opportunity to eat one on its own? However, I'm usually a fish cooker when I'm on my own. So I need to remember how to cook this. I think it's like sear, like really crisp it, and then you whack the whole frying pan in the oven for like 15 minutes and then let it rest. That's my plan. That's what I'm aiming for, but we're not gonna look, we're just gonna do it by eye, you know? I think I may start an episode of Better Call Saul. So my basic plan here is eat, wash up, and then we'll see how much time we've got left. I've got a couple of things I need to do, like prepping for the gym and whatnot, but otherwise I want to have a relatively chilled out evening. I want to watch my Euphoria, go to bed early, so I've got to get up early because I've got to cycle to the gym, unless hopefully it doesn't rain. Actually, unlikely to have much time to look at video editing tonight. Where's my weather app? God damn it. Just because light rain from 6 till 8. Dry afterwards. Oh, it stops describing it as dry at 7. Put it on actual water, baby. Oh, dry as a bone. Yes, we should be able to go to the gym. Nice. Yeah, so actually it might turn out that I have very little time to actually look at video editing. So you're definitely going to be hearing that click. I apologise. Turns out you can actually just look up. I was like, I can't remember this because obviously we've been in the packet. But it turns out you can Google it. Oh yeah. And do you know what time it is? I've finished eating. I've washed up. I'm gonna walk you through, see if you can guess what's next. I scrolled through a load of TikToks and did a little bit of embroidery while I watched some podcast. I'm finally catching up on podcasts. I've started listening to TMG Studio podcasts, specifically obviously Cody Code and Noel's show, and then also Trillionaire Mindset. Brilliant podcasts, love them. But there's like, that's 4 hours of podcast content a week. And then I've got all the other podcasts I used to listen to. It's a lot of podcasts. Anyway, surprisingly, I've somehow managed to catch up. I'm listening to this week's podcast there now on my iPad. Anyway, it's 9 o'clock. I need to, last 2 jobs, clean out onto the litter tray and get my gym bag ready and make a grapefruit for tomorrow. But you know what time it is? It's pudding and Euphoria time, baby. And I have a hot date with my embroidery, baby. As I was saying in yesterday's video, I had a craving for some Sainsbury's Taste the Difference vanilla custard. It's fucking delicious. Laura doesn't like custard though. So we bought a treacle tart yesterday, treacle pudding. She had it with ice cream. I had it with a third of this custard. And now I need to use the rest of it. So I've got rhubarb crumble tonight, baby. And tomorrow we've got the leftover bit of treacle or a rhubarb crumble. Depends which one Laura wants. Crumble itself just takes 50 seconds in the microwave. That's insanity. So I am going to tell this video. Well, I'm not going to end it. Shut up. It's the first day. So I'm going to bed now, but I just wanted to say, just further suck Euphoria's dick for a little bit. Do you remember me telling you that like I watched an episode and I'm like, this could have been the season finale, and it wasn't. There's more episodes. Well, turns out that actually was the season finale. There's 2 more episodes. Are effectively like two different, the 2 main characters just talking to the camera, more or less. The second to last, I watched both of them tonight because I just had to. Fucking excellent. Euphoria, by the way, is incredible. It's just so good. The like cinematography, the way it's produced, the narrative, the storyline, the acting, the music is fucking amazing. I can't fault it, to be honest with you. I really like also Better Call Saul, but I can fault that. I can't fault Euphoria. Anyway, so I want you to know just how much I love the music, right? The second to last episode was literally, I noticed, with the exception of one tiny little bit, which wasn't even the main point of the whole thing, was just 2 people talking to each other in dead silence for an hour. And it was fucking gripping. There was one bit where one of them went outside for a smoke and the other one was listening to a song. And then that was then adding the context for the other person, which you don't know much about, as they would like talking about something. But then literally otherwise, fucking 2 people, conversation, dead silence, immense. And then the second to last episode was kind of the same vibe, but it needed some music to like carry it over a little bit. But my God, big fan. I would say comfortably the best TV program I've ever watched. There's a big list. You got things like Game of Thrones is in that list, Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul's on that list somewhere. Sherlock is obviously around and places, but like number 1, like second place is like no. To be fair, it's probably like Euphoria, Better Call Saul. Third place, not sure. I'd have to think about third place. It's the morning, ladies and gentlemen. We didn't go to the gym. I woke up this morning at 5:15, and it was still raining. So it then like seemed to taper off, but it was raining seemingly overnight and was a bit drizzly this morning, so I was like, I do not fancy cycling in the rain to the gym. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back to bed. I got back in bed, I came upstairs, had a little drink, put my fan on, because every night, obviously it's been quite hot recently, we've been having the fan on in the room. And then this morning I woke up with quite bad hay fever, so I put the fan back on. It wasn't hot enough last night on my own to need the fan. Anyway, by the by, a bit of hay fever. And I'm like, I'm going to go back to sleep. I'm going to just have a little snooze. I'm going to live the dream, you know? Anyway, 6:15, Monty comes in, furious that he's not being fed yet. He never gets fed at 6:15 normally. 7 o'clock is his feed time. But yeah, he was not letting me go back to sleep. So anyway, I woke up early, had breakfast and whatnot. I need to do the washing up, but I've had like my little grapefruit, which I was supposed to have to go to the gym. Had a little poached egg. I am dressed and I've sorted out videos. So, oh actually, I've got footage on my old GoPro. I should put that on the computer before I forget. Sorted out videos, so I've got a video uploaded tomorrow and the day after, and then that's me sorted. I've got one more video on this camera to export, and then it's back onto you. And basically I have nothing to do now until Formula One's on, except do the washing up and make lunch. Maybe go to Sainsbury's to go pick up some stuff for So now I'm going to start playing. I'm going to import this video. Don't need to edit it yet. I'm going to start playing around with my video editor to see if I can get the export settings right for this new camera. I have a file here with literally a load of different resolutions. So 4K 30, 60, 2.7K, 60, 5.3K, 60. I'm thinking we can upgrade to 2.7K and that'll be fine. You know what I mean? Like, computer will be able to handle it, internet will be able to handle it. I think going up to 4K is kind of a bit dumb, but I want to be able to do it if I go and do something, you know what I mean? Like if I go on holiday or whatever. In an ideal world, I'd like to be able to pick one. Arguably what I should do is film everything at 4K and then just down render it to 1080p and then upload it. That's like what I should do, and then I've got like the option of keeping it at 4K if I want to. There's no point in having a nice high resolution for me vlogging at 11 o'clock at night in my kitchen, you know? But first things first, what I need to do is update it so that it can handle, so the text that comes up in the bottom that tells you what day it is and what the date is, that is all, what's the word? Fixed. It's all hard-coded to look good at 1080p. As soon as I scale that out to a bigger frame, it like lifts up in the corner because it's putting it literally at like the 1000th pixel. You know what I mean? Like it's pixelated. It's defined by the pixel that it's written at, and that goes from the bottom, not the top. Top, not the bottom. I'm going to update the script so that it will look good on whatever resolution. So I'm going to do all 4, 1080p. I'm never going to upload 1080p. 1080p, 2.7, 4, 5.3. That's change number 1. I then want to have a brief look. I don't know if there's much I can do about it. I want to have a brief look into this clicking noise. Maybe I'm just chatting shit and you can't hear a single click, but I think you can. So I'm going to have a look into that. And then maybe I need to look into how I'm going to handle either different sized videos or maybe add support for rendering down or up. Like almost like pass in an export size, you know? But anyway, that's me. That's what my plan is. What I was going to say yesterday about the way that videos are video editors, right? When I first started vlogging, right, videos weren't as popular as they are now. You know what I mean? Like vlogging wasn't really a thing when I started it. Like, so obviously some people were doing it. I didn't invent it, but like, it's like super popular. People make videos all the time now. People want to do like TikTok or whatever, right? When I started, you could just click and drag all of your video footage into Windows Movie Maker, export, bang, there you go, there's your video. I used to recommend to people who'd be like, oh, should I get Adobe whatever or whatever? Windows Movie Maker, it's great. Just fucking copy and paste footage in, happy. If you want to do anything more than that, then I used to have Premiere Elements, that was pretty good, etc., right? But I was looking into video editors. So obviously, for those of you who don't know, I just have a script that I literally just copy all the files onto my camera, onto my computer, run a script, and it just creates the videos, right? I was looking into just video editors just to see if there was one that would be equally as easy. Probably not, but would it be able to handle the different video files better than me doing that manually, effectively, and then automating it? And they all limit to 1080p. Any one that I can find is effectively limited to 1080p for export. So you can edit in 4K, but you can only export at 1080p. And that's so bizarre. 10 years ago, literally 10 years ago, you used to be able to render out or whatever you wanted. Your computer could not handle exporting at 1080p, but it would let you try. Now, you almost definitely can handle it. And it's like, no, you can't do 4K unless you pay for the expensive version, which I have nothing against that. I have against subscribing to expensive versions. At the moment, I pay £10 a month for Photoshop and Lightroom, and I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure I could keep up with that. But if I wanted to add Premiere in for these videos that I do for no apparent reason, it cost me £20 a month. That's insane. So, yeah. So anyway, so instead, I'm going to do some programming. So I'm hitting the problem now where I'm like, I'm trying to make this as automatic as possible, but then also enable better config, you know? So what I want is I want to be able to just hit run and it go, but do I need to go back to the user if it detects different file formats? Sorry, different resolutions and stuff. That's what I'm trying to figure out. So at the moment I have like a switch that effectively says like there's a manual import and there's like a single source import. So it looks at a video. I just go look at this folder and it rips through the folder and just gets the date and stuff automatically from the files. And I have the old version where I used to put the videos in specific folders. So if for whatever reason I lose that metadata, I can go 1st of January, 2nd of January, 3rd of January, and then it just assumes everything in that folder is the right date. So I want to keep that functionality. So I'm effectively doing .NET run import -s file folder, but then like, do I do -r for resolution? I don't know. I feel like I should be ignoring resolution for a little bit because I'm not sure I can handle multiple resolutions, so it should just be automatic anyway. But the problem I have is I know that information too late in the day, so I know it I know it too early in the day, sorry, at the import stage, but not at the processing stage, interestingly. Okay, fun's over for a bit. Formula 1 starts in just 25 minutes. I got some washing up to do. I should probably make myself some lunch. Laura is on her way home. I've been having an absolute hoot trying to figure out how to share things from an iPad to another iPad. Just in general, get anything shared from an iPad that's not to anything else, whether it's to a different iPad or an Android phone. The only thing I could figure out so far is Google Keep or sending myself a tweet. That's the only thing. Because basically, like, not many messaging apps work on an iPad. Like, WhatsApp doesn't natively work. You have to use these dodgy third-party apps, which I don't really want to do. And, like, I don't really want to put messages apps that I actually use on an iPad because then I'm going to get twice the notifications in my home and it's just irritating. I don't want that in my life. Anyway, yeah, I want to be able to just, like, effectively, I just want to be able to send links to someone else without having to do it by email or something stupid, you know what I mean? I'm like, do I use something like Microsoft Teams? That's the lengths I'm going to, you know? Anyway, it has given me an idea though. I feel like this is a problem that could be solved. And I can't find a solution for it. So I've got into programming again recently, you know? So I may have a little twizzle, you know? See what I can do. Otherwise, what else? Watched Formula 1, Laura came back, we had a takeaway for dinner, and we have just finished. We're on the second to last episode of Stranger Things. Oh, no, the last one, which is 2.5 hours long. Christ. But we are back to work tomorrow, so. Otherwise, my video editor is not ready yet. I need to edit, I need to keep going basically. I'm like, re-architecting it, not massively, I'm just like reshuffling it around a little bit to add the functionality and to let me do different resolutions, because I'm letting that be an option so that if I gave it 4K footage I can opt for 1080p or whatever, and then in which case I can change the output rather than change the input. So I don't have to decide ahead of time. I can just film everything at one resolution, assuming it's obviously higher. Because the hard bit is the rendering and the upload, not the memory space on a thing. Also, that would mean that if I did 4K 1080p, 4K 1080p, I could film everything I want at 1080p and then 4K, you know what I mean? So I'm just doing a little bit of rejigging there. But I'll probably do that in the evening tomorrow. It's bedtime. These fucking iPads really funk me off. Funk off. I don't want whatever this is. Where did it come from? I want to take a screenshot of this and put it in a tweet. Right? So I've got that. Cool beans. Edit it. Whatever. Do I press done? I've got to save it as a fucking photo, do I? Genuinely, these things are not designed to be simple. They're just... Oh, now where is it? It's not in my photos. Oh, I see. Right, so here, look, in my share of all photos, you have to press the plus button, and then it's here. Oh, now it'll appear in this screen. Whatever the fuck. Now I can add this one, can I? Wow. Anyway, I've got like 8 people trying to help me on Twitter how to do this contact thing. It's dumb as fuck. It's a new week, ladies and gentlemen. Both Laura and I have both been struggling with like stress, I guess. Just like work issues. But we're starting off positive. We're trying our best to like put our best foot forward and really like hone in on stuff. The cat's going absolutely nutty downstairs. I don't know what he's doing. Dogs are barking. What's going on? Wait, I need to like zone in, get this thing deployed. I've just got to rip the band-aid off, break it and fix it in the environment. And then I've got to focus on meetings and then jumping onto this massive project that we're doing, and they're trying to fix it. It's going to be a stressful couple of days. It's going to be a stressful couple of meetings. Anyway, but it's not stressful because we can do this. We are professionals. Currently got the absolute joy of migrating this, probably like one of the oldest apps that we have. One of those repos that's just like notoriously known as like, oh shit, you're doing something in there, are you? And I'm in the mood for getting dirty. I'm in there, I'm balls deep, ripping stuff apart, trying to figure out how to modernize it. And it's like, even the tests are like ancient, so I'm trying to like shard the tests, so that I've got the old tests and the new tests still there, but you can't write new tests, effectively because the framework's so fucking old. And they won't run the new tests in the thingy, so I'm like creating new projects to add the new tests in. I updated how we do login because it's one of those apps that no one dares upgrade stuff in. It's just got a load of old stuff in it. So I'm trying to upgrade it as I go, and I've bitten off quite a big chunk of work. So one of the problems I currently have is that I didn't check how full the SD card, how much space there was on this SD card. So I don't know how long this video is yet. I used to track, like my old one used to take like, I don't know, 4 hours of 1080p or something. So I'd know if I got to like 3 hours 30, cut it. We're at 30 minutes, that's way too long. So I think I should end the video after today just for like safety. Last week I went to the office 3 days. I went in Monday, Tuesday because it was really hot, I cycled in. And then on Wednesday I busted. And I really enjoyed it. So this week I'm aiming to go into the office. Here's my plan from here on in. Going into the office, if it's dry, 4 days a week. That basically means like, if I know it's gonna rain, I'm not gonna cycle in, because I'm cycling in. I wanna make the most of cycling in while I still can and all that kind of stuff. As if summer's already over, it's not. We're barely even at the beginning of summer. Anyway, so today, woke up this morning, it's raining. If it was like this, or like the forecast of like, 5% chance of 0 mil, that kind of bullshit, like I'd cycle in to the office. I'll cycle in 4 days a week. 1 day a week, I will always go in. No matter if it's raining or not, I'll bus in. But I don't like going into the office enough to get the bus 4 days a week, So my plan is cycle in all those days. Specifically Friday, which I've never done before. We have half days on Friday, and I often go to the gym on a Friday afternoon. And I'm thinking of cycling to the gym from work. That's my plan. Because I think actually that will be quicker than me working from home, finishing at 2 and then going to the gym, because I cycle to the gym then as well. So I'm just trying to like, and the other thing to that is I want to I want to, what's the word? I want to swim on a Tuesday afternoon in the evening rather than a Tuesday morning. My old like schedule of go to the gym Tuesday morning, Thursday morning, Friday, Sunday. Tuesday was kind of the odd day because it's like just an hour. I used to swim on that morning and it's really busy, so I never like got into it. And it was like a bit hit and miss. So my plan is effectively earmarked cycling Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, gymming Tuesday either morning or evening, depending on whether or not I've cycled into the office. Or another reason why I wouldn't cycle into the office is if I'm on call, I probably won't. I could, but probably wouldn't. And then gym-wise, like I say, Tuesday morning gym or Tuesday evening swim. Thursday is the long gym day. Friday afternoon gym day. Sunday gym day. Plan. To be fair, Thursday morning is often gym and swim cardio day. Friday has weights day, and Sunday is a mix. A typical thing has happened where something more important than the thing that's important has come up. We're at that stage where we just have everything and everything is number 10 important, you know what I mean? The problem I have as well is that like I feel like I'm effectively acting as team lead-ish while our actual team lead is just super busy with other stuff. And then I'm also kind of the matter expert, so to say, in like 3 or 4 things that we're currently working on. And you know what I mean? That obviously means if something goes wrong with any of those things, I'm the best person to fix it. And I'm also, goddamn. Laura's at a gym class after work. And I have just cooked dinner, just cooked a nice fresh curry batch, and it's just sat there simmering, waiting to be eaten. Annoyingly, I would have gone, I want to do some programming. I've got a couple of things I want to do some programming for. But Monday is just not a good day for that because of, even though Laura is at the gym, like I had to cook a meal. If this was being cooked from scratch, I'd have had loads of time. Cooked from frozen, but I'd have had loads of time. I've got really itchy eye. Anyway, I have not. So therefore, Laura's getting a bus in like, I've only got half an hour. But I should really be like, I can do something in that time. I was going to do some embroidery and watch some chess videos. You're right, I can do a little bit. Work was kind of annoying. Spent a lot of time trying to get to a point to fix an issue, and then only find out that we don't have security permissions to do it, and we have no mechanism of giving me security permissions to fix that issue. That was kind of frustrating. So all it really did was take away time from the task I was supposed to be doing, which I made a bit of progress on, but like, god damn, it really bugs me when people try and make tests complicated for no reason. Tests should literally be as simple as humanly possible. If you're setting something up that's not needed for that test, it should be binned. And for that reason, you should never have like stuff happening not in the test. If you need to set it up in the fucking constructor or somewhere else that isn't just basic setting up the stuff, your test's too complicated, dog. Anyway, yeah, so I've made some updates, and like now for some reason some of these random ancient tests are failing, even though they're just testing like mappers basically, and the mappers, there's no reason why the mappers would have stopped working, but there's something to do with the config of the tests that's breaking, and it's driving me insane. Anyway, don't need to worry about that. I need to make some edits to these videos. My hand is always in it. If I hold it from either side, my hand's in the fucking shot. I have to hold it from underneath. Ahead on editing this video editor. Otherwise, I'm never gonna have my bloody. You're gonna be listening to these clicks forever and a day, and I'm gonna be stuck at 1080p. Alrighty then, boys and girls. It is bedtime. We are done. I've got a little bit of programming done. Not a lot. Gotta go to bed though. Gotta go to the office tomorrow. Gotta go swimming in the evening. I need to Google, very important this, I need to Google how to avoid cramping in the evening. That's the important thing. That's what puts me off swimming in the evenings. I'm trying out this new system, this new rotor. Let's see how it goes. I'll catch you later.